All right. Happy New Year's, everybody. Let me know if it's already New Year's for you all. Like if you live in a different country, let me know. What are we even doing here, you guys? I don't know. I was just bored and I just decided, hey, might as well just go live. I meant to go live a little bit sooner, but I was having a webcam issue. For some reason, StreamYard just doesn't want to work with my webcam. So I'm using my Mac one. So if you see me looking down like I'm kind of doing right now, it's because I have my laptop right here and then my monitor right here. But happy New Year's, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We got my guy Casey in here. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. I miss your videos, man. I hope you continue to upload more in 2023. You do great content. Keep up the great work on all the jersey and uniform stuff as well, Casey. Shout out to Lindsay. Appreciate you being here. She says, "What's up?" Not much. Appreciate you being here. Thanks to everybody that's here. If you guys are going to be watching this stream on New Year's night with all the college football and all the sports going on, if you're going to sit here and watch me, y'all are awesome. But speaking of New Year's, you guys, I figured that we would start the night off a little strong, and we're gonna drink a little bit of this truly flavored vodka. This is pineapple mango. Truly, if you're watching, please sponsor me. Like seriously, I will drink this. And yeah. And then I also got to follow that up a little fireside beer. And you guys might hear my dogs bark from time to time. There's fireworks being lit. And yeah, shout out to my guy Sawbucks who's here. Happy New Year, Suns Geek. Look down on us like the Suns look down on the Lakers after fouling them. Facts. Please just don't push me in the back, all right? Before we get started, though, I forgot my shot glass over here, so give me 1 second. You guys can check out my awesome Phoenix Suns wall. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. All right, cool. We're back. Sorry, guys. All right, my bad, guys. All right. Also, before we get started, you guys, let me know if we're sounding good. Last time I was on StreamYard here, the chat wasn't working, number of viewers wasn't working. So let me know if we're doing okay here. I have the stream pulled up on my end. Okay, I just checked on my end. We're sounding good. All right, so we're gonna do a shot, you guys. It's New Year's. Why not? Screw it. Again, any questions you guys got, let me know. I have questions ready to go. I can't even get this open. I got questions ready to go, though. I sort of wanted to do like a video of this, but I figured I was like, nah, like I'll just wait a few hours and just do a live stream. But we're going to we got some things to talk about tonight, you guys. All right, so pouring my shot here. Here we go. You know what? I got to back up and do this. I just have to. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. Don't look at me and judge me. All right, here we go. We're going to pour this in here. First shot. First shot of the night. Here we go. Cheers to you guys. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year's. I've actually never tried this flavor either. So cheers to you guys. Hopefully you guys have a blessed and happy and safe new year. I hope 2023 you guys get to accomplish everything you guys want. Y'all are the real Suns geeks. Y'all are awesome. Cheers. Oh my God. Oh, that tastes so much better than the other flavor. I think the other flavor I had was truly like wild berry, and it was good, but this went down a lot smoother. All right, guys. So, what I was talking about earlier when I said, oh, I wanted to do like a video of this, but I was like, no, I'll just wait a few hours and we'll just do a live stream. I kind of asked you guys, what questions do you have for the Phoenix Suns going into 2023? Like if you were allowed to ask James Jones a question or Monty Williams or Devin Booker. And I got a decent amount of feedback. So any questions you guys have for the Phoenix Suns, let me know. Any questions you guys have in general, let me know. But before we get started, let me just read the comments for the people that are in here. Casey says, I will be uploading more. Been super busy. And COVID hit when I was going to be recording a new video. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. I was sick recently, too. I don't know if I had COVID, to be honest. But sorry that happened to you, man. Hope you're feeling better. Lindsay says, do a shot. Just did one. I also have my Memphis beer here, Fireside beer. Goes down really smooth and it tastes good. And then WW, and then He's on Fire podcast. I see your guys' questions. I will get to them. Ryan, I see your question as well. B Do says, man, last 10 games have been tough or rough. Yeah, you're right, man. I think I saw something. It was like Suns have lost 10 out of their last 14 games. And then I even tweeted out that the losses are overshadowing the wins. Like, I do not remember the last time we won. Like, seriously, the losses are overshadowing the wins. We got to start winning consistently. Even a 2-game winning streak, as sad as this sounds, would be amazing right now. So, like I said, you guys, what questions do you have for James Jones? What questions would you ask the Phoenix Suns? What would you ask Monty Williams? What would you ask Devin Booker and all of them? That's what we're going to be doing right now. But to get started, these are questions from Instagram. By the way, follow me on Instagram at Suns Geek on YouTube. I screen capped this, and I'll even go to the story because the story is still active and I can see if there's any new updated questions. So here are the questions. If you guys can see them on the screen right there, I got a few of them. And again, if I see like a really good question, I'll stop myself because somebody on Twitter asked me, and I don't want to butcher your name, man. I'm so sorry because you always pump out hilarious tweets. I'm just gonna. Is it Orion? I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry if I did. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Your tweets are great. I have a great question from him. And I think we'll actually start with that. And you know what? We're gonna plug his Twitter real quick too. He just tweeted it to me too. So we're gonna plug his tweet real quick. I hope I said your name right, man. I apologize if I didn't. And then we'll get to the Instagram questions. Then we'll get to all your questions. I promise I'll try to get to as many of you as possible. One-man show here. All right. This is like a really great question, and I feel like we could spend forever on this. Hopefully you guys can see the question too. I need to zoom in on that, man. That looks terrible. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. Whatever. All right. Question is, how do you feel about the Suns currently, and how much do you believe will change after the deadline? Oh boy, I'm going to need another shot for that. So I guess I will just crack open my beer here before I answer this question. Because, man, that's like the question of the day. Oh, yeah. All right, cheers. Okay, there's a couple of key words here in his great question. By the way, go follow him on Twitter. He's a great follow. I've been using a lot of his tweets in my son's Twitter series. But he says, how do I feel about the Suns currently? I'm a little, I don't want to say I'm worried. I don't want to say I'm panicking, but I don't feel good right now. Like I mentioned, I literally tweeted out earlier that the Suns have lost 10 out of their last 14, and I don't even remember when their last win was. The losses are overshadowing the wins. But are we still a really good team? All things considered, all the injuries and everything? I think so. Do we still have Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges? I know he's been bad lately, but we still got Mikal Bridges, still got DeAndre Ayton, still got Chris Paul. And we got whoever the hell is healthy and whoever the hell wants to show up. So I don't necessarily feel good, but I'm not like hitting the panic button. I'm not jumping off the ship. I'm watching every game till the final minute. And I just wish there was just more consistency with this team. And I think that's really not that much to ask. If you ask everybody on that Phoenix Suns roster, like, do they need to be more consistent? Do they need to do X, Y, and Z more consistently? Do they need to hit their threes more consistently? Do they need to get to the free throw line more consistently? They're all going to say yes. And if they don't say yes, then they have some mental and physical work to do for themselves. They have a lot of work to do. So I'm not feeling great, but I'm not feeling terrible either. So the second part of his question, How much do you believe will change after the deadline? I wish I was smart enough to answer that question. As much of a Suns geek as I am, this is such a difficult question to answer due to the circumstances because you guys know James Jones as well as I do. I don't know what the hell he's going to do. James Jones is so unpredictable. And I feel like he's going to trade for somebody that we're not thinking about. And I hope that it benefits both sides, especially the Sun side. I wish I could answer his second part of the question in hindsight. So thank you so much for the excellent question, man. You guys, like I said, go ahead, get your questions in. But I guess to finish off his question is I hope that after the trade deadline, we are in a much better place than we are on December 31st, 2022. I hope that answers his great question. It was an excellent question. I had to like process that for a minute. All right, let me just make sure that I didn't miss anything. Let me take a sip of my beer here. All right. So WW asks, who do you think will win MVP this season? If I were to put in my MVP vote right now, it's so tricky. I kind of feel like I was who was I talking about this with like a week ago? It might have been my guy Super Mario Hoops. I mean, obviously, the reigning MVP right now, Nikola Jokic, is playing amazing, and the Nuggets have been playing better. So you got to throw in Jokic in there. You got to throw in Jason Tatum. If his Mavericks continue to perform better, you got to throw in the NBA's golden boy, Luka. Who else am I missing? Joel Embiid's been playing amazing. That's all I can think of, honestly, right now off the top of my head. Those are my MVP picks. And then again, if Devin Booker were healthy, and if he didn't play so bad during those like losing streak that we had, I would throw Devin Booker in there. But Booker is proving that he is the most valuable player on the Phoenix Suns because when he is not on the court, we suck. It's that simple. Shout out to the He's on Fire podcast. Favorite Child's Play movie? Oh my God. Give me a second here, you guys. I got to stand up real quick. I'm dropping things over here. I should have come prepared for this. First off, check out my awesome Chucky Funko Pop right there. I also got a couple more that were given to me by my friend Lindsay. I don't know if you guys can see them because of my crappy camera. You guys can kind of see them right there in between my microphone and everything. But yeah, favorite Child's Play movie. I got all 7 of them right here. I haven't opened this yet. I do want to do like a marathon this year, like in 2023. Watching all of them and then watching seasons 1 and 2. Hopefully we get a season 3 of the TV show. I really liked season 1 of the TV show a lot better than season 2. I would say probably my favorite Child's Play movie is Child's Play 2. But Child's Play 1 is great. The second one's great. I've always had a soft spot for Bride of Chucky. Oh, and then Curse of Chucky. I had to make sure I got the title right. Curse of Chucky, I feel like is a really underrated movie. Even if you're not the biggest Chucky fan, check out Curse of Chucky. That I feel like that sort of revived the franchise, if you will. I love the Chucky franchise. All right. Ryan says, do you think a good trade will come to Phoenix? Fingers crossed, man. Again, look, I know that a lot of us are upset with James Jones right now, and I've kind of been critical too. I mean, I mentioned in a recent video, I said something like, James Jones, give us a sign here. Give us some kind of like a signal that you're going to make some kind of a move. And then he said something recently. He like kind of ran around the fact that like he isn't making moves and he's being patient. He's playing the waiting game. He's like trusting his roster a little too much. But I think that that's why he's doing it. He's trying to get the best possible offer that he can get, which I know that that's a very stubborn thing to do, but he's trying to do the best thing for the franchise. But I think he's being a little too stubborn. I would rather have something at this point than nothing. B Dude says we got to freaking get this trade with Jay Crowder going. Exactly. We're losing steam fast. La T Rock says, why isn't Aiton being force fed the ball with Jock and Biz was at the 5? Yeah, the ongoing DeAndre Ayton not being fed the ball. Let me take a sip of my beer real quick. I hope that that's the case from here on out, because we saw how disastrous DeAndre Ayton's game was last night. In fact, I have the numbers for you. And shout out to Dwayne Rankin, who tweeted this out so perfectly. DeAndre Ayton tied a season low 4 points on 2 for 10 shooting in 31 minutes in Friday's loss. He scored 4 points in 8 minutes against the Pelicans before leaving the game with an ankle injury. Ayton has had 7 games this season which he scored under 10 points. Monty Williams said something like he was aggressive. He said something like that. He was aggressive, but the shot wasn't just going down. I don't know if they were just forcing too many double teams or if just the Raptors just had such long wing players and they were just making stops. But Ayton is just, sometimes he's just too hesitant, you know? I don't know, you guys. I feed him the ball, but he's got to do something with it, man. And I can forgive the not. I think I'm over the fact that he doesn't dunk the ball, although he sometimes does. But it's just about him being more consistent. You guys remember when he had like 20 something points and a half, or like, was it a quarter? Do you guys remember that a couple of years ago? That was amazing. And he is a really good mid-range shooter. He can be when he's not hesitant. But I don't know, you guys. David Bailey, shout out to you, man. The Suns still have a winning record with a mangled roster. People are just crying over nothing. Exactly. I do agree with that. Sometimes I can be part of that. I can be part of the Suns what's the word I'm looking for? I can be a Suns toxic tweeter at times, part of the Suns Twitter civil war and all that. But I don't know. Sawbuck says, James Jones, when are you going to do something to help the team instead of doing nothing? Let's see. This will help build some character. I 110% agree with you on that. And look, you guys, I know that things are really bad right now. Even though we still have 20 wins on the season, and the Suns are lucky to have 20 wins on the season. But I do agree. This will build some character. It teaches the Phoenix Suns, especially the younger guys, excuse me, teaches the younger guys that there are no easy teams in the NBA. There are no easy wins that you can lose on any given night. So I do agree that this will help build some character. There will be a trade between January 15th and the February trade deadline. Mark my words. Excuse me. January 15th is when Ayton and lots of other players become eligible to be traded. They're just waiting. I hope we get a decent trade with Crowder. People need to calm down with the emo crap we still have to trade to make the injuries to get over it. All right, so I got a couple questions about this, sort of. Remember when I was talking about the Instagram questions and everything? I just want to make sure I'm getting the right questions here. Where did it go? Why doesn't anything ever want to work? Okay, here it is. Sorry. So somebody named Doris on Instagram, and then B Dude right here just asked, anyone know how long Book is out for? So it was like Shams tweeted it, the Suns announced it. They said he will be reevaluated. Keywords there. Reevaluated in 4 weeks. That doesn't mean he's coming back in 4 weeks. It means he can be reevaluated and the team will make a decision on how much longer he's out, which that's not good. Hopefully, though, he has some kind of a miracle recovery and he is back as soon as possible. Got to take another sip of my drink. But, hopefully the Phoenix Suns can string some wins together um, by the time he is coming back. And maybe, you know, as long as we're not like fighting for a play-in spot at that time. Sorry, I'm just checking things on my end to make sure we're still live and we're still good and everything. Okay, we're good. All right, cool. We're good. Anyways, hopefully we're higher up in the standings by the time he comes back. And if that is the case, I want him to be 110% ready to come back because we saw what happened. We saw he wasn't ready to go. Although before he did get taken out of that Christmas Day game, he had a really nice like dribble move and then drove right into the lane and scored. But I don't know if that was what caused the injury. I don't know. Yeah, David Bailey says, you want players injured this time of year, not going into the playoffs. Exactly. It's all a blessing in disguise. Amen to that. I've been talking about that a lot too. Is like, I wish that we could get an NBA playoffs, like an entire series, the whole playoffs and everything, both teams at least 90% healthy. Because that way you can't be like, oh, well, this team was missing this player. And that's the only reason we won because these players were out. No, like I want to see a playoff series 95% healthy. That way there's no excuses why your team lost. This year's team is giving me vibes when the Suns sucked. The Suns are going to choke away the game instead of the Suns a couple seasons ago where you knew they were going to win. We're just not, again, man, I cannot preach this enough. We are just not consistent. Like, I can't look at the schedule and be like, that's a win, that's a win, that's a win, because I don't trust this team right now, man. I just don't. I don't trust this team, man. Again, even if you're the best team in the league, you can lose on any given night to any team. I've been preaching this since last year, man. And that was one thing that pissed me off about the Suns team last year was screw it. I'll just say it, you guys, they were cocky as hell. They were overconfident. And when they got their asses kicked or when they would get upset by some shitty team, that's why we got trolled and social media would hate on us and all that last year. Before Suns Twitter flipped the whole winner's work video, that was why they were trolling us about the winner's work video and other things like the Lucas special and all the trash talk that Booker and all them would do. And I love the Phoenix Suns, man. And I'm fine with a little bit of trash talk. Trust me. Like, I've played basketball. I'm sure a lot of you have played basketball. Trash talk is going to happen. I've met some really nice people that talk a bunch of trash on the court, like it happens, man. But that was one thing that pissed me off about last year's team. And one thing that's different about this year's team compared to last year's team, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, is we suck in the clutch. We aren't clutch this year. And again, I can't trust this team to win right now. I don't know who's going to win. Like the Raptors game, that was a winnable game. I think they were coming off a back-to-back as well. They haven't been good this year because they've been injured. That should have been a dub. Who else have we lost to this year? Like, didn't we lose to the Rockets twice? Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that. So many winnable games that have just been thrown down the drain. Like, as good as the Nuggets are, you would have thought that Christmas Day game would have been a W, although we did take them into overtime. Just saying. Shout out to my guy, Roy. Appreciate you being here, man. I hope you're enjoying your last year of high school. Enjoy every moment of it, man. I'm serious. Enjoy every single second of it. Looking back, the Suns should have let Jay Crowder start. They may have saved Cam Johnson from injury. That is facts right there, man. Yep, that's why I'm asking, because I feel like he'll either make little moves around the edges. Like you said, he's unpredictable and could go for a splash. Yeah, I mean, he could make a couple minor moves to, as you put it, move around the edges or tweak a couple things. But you never know. He could make a splash as well, man. Roy says, what do you think the Suns will look like with these injuries? And what do you think the record will be by the All-Star game? That's a great question, Roy. Again, I can't really give you a prediction record, but I just hope that we are a 5th seed or up. And that is asking a lot because the Western Conference keeps getting better. I tweeted this out yesterday. Like the Pelicans won, I think, yesterday. The Nuggets won. The Sacramento Kings won. They're doing really good this year. Who else won? Even the Lakers won last night. Excuse me. And the West just keeps getting better, man. So these losses that are piling up right now are just dropping us in the standings. Now, I think the Suns being a quote play-in team is a little overdone. I mean, talk to me about the play-in tournament at All-Star Weekend. You know what I mean? Like, it's just still so early. But again, let me just say this one more time. On the last day of 2022, the Suns have lost 10 out of 14, which is not good. Like, I feel like this time last year, wasn't this time last year we signed Bismack Biyombo to a 10-day contract, and then he had like a huge hammer dunk on somebody, and then I made a video saying, sign this dude for the rest of the season, man. All right, let's see. Just make sure I'm not missing any questions. You better show the new Funko Pops. Yeah, I got them right over here. I'll probably show them in a little bit. Wish my wall was like that or any wall. Thank you for saying that, Marcus. I really do mean that because some troll, now, in all fairness, this troll on TikTok, by the way, follow me on TikTok. He ended up liking my comment later, but some troll on TikTok was like, if you're a real Suns fan, where are all your jerseys at? I was like, what? I was like, first off, and I'm going to kind of scoot over here. First off, is not all of that proving that I'm not a real Suns fan? And secondly, all my jerseys are in my closet because I have a terrible Suns jersey collection because they're expensive. And I have a Dragan Bender jersey, so that should prove to you that I'm a real Suns fan. I pretty much gave a short version of that response, and then he ended up liking the tweet. But I was like, what a troll tweet, man. So, like, does this not prove that I'm a Suns fan? By the way, I just noticed that shelf up there, it's missing some stuff. I was taking some Christmas stuff down. I'm going to fill all that up later with other random Funko Pops and other things you guys can look at. But that's why that's down. And then, you know, as earlier, this Chucky thing was up there, and now it's right here. Lindsay says, it's been too long since your last drink. Well, you know what? I'm thirsty, so we're going to take a big sip of this Memphis beer. Let me know what you guys are drinking in the chat, man. Let me know if you guys are drinking tonight, even if you're drinking like a soda pop or an energy drink. Let me know. Cheers to you guys. Oh, yeah. So good. All right. Vision says, sorry, I got a burp. Hold on. Excuse me. If we're a second round exit again or worse, do you think Matt Ishbia will fire James Jones and Monty Williams after the season? Oh my God. Okay, great question. And I sort of answered this, I want to say on the Christmas Day live stream, or it might have been on the live stream prior to that. First off, I don't think James Jones is going anywhere. But I will say, if we do get bounced in the second round, and it's like bad, like let's say we lose in like 5 games, I'm not saying Monty Williams will be fired, but let's say we come into next season and we start off rough, maybe. Because look, Monty Williams, and look, I love Monty Williams. I really do. I think he's a great coach. He is a great person. He won Coach of the Year for a reason. I know that we got embarrassed in the playoffs and everything, but he's a great coach. And I know that he has his flaws. But I have said this, and look, I don't know shit about football, but I do know how things work. Coaches always go first. I know there's a lot of football fans in the chat right now. You know, coaches always go first. And I love Monty Williams. I don't think he's going to get fired if we get eliminated from the playoffs. If we make the Western Conference Finals, I think his chances are better. But let's say we start off next season kind of rough. Maybe. Just saying. Coaches always go first. My guy Shot Chucker says, "Hey, Suns Geek, what's good? What's good with you, man? Thanks for being here, bro. I've seen you in all the past chats and everything and all the live shows. I appreciate you." Be for real. Do you think the Suns with this roster can even get past the first round? I don't think they can unless Book goes crazy. I think they should find a way to unload Chris Paul and free up cap space. I don't think we're trading Chris Paul. I get the point of your questions, but we're not trading Chris Paul. And do I think we're good enough to get past the first round? Only if we're healthy. That's all I got to say. Should we trade for CP3 for a cheaper, younger player to get more minutes? I pretty much sort of answered that question just now. But again, I don't think Chris Paul's going anywhere. Maybe at the end of his contract, possibly. But I think that depends on the state of the Phoenix Suns at the time. Howard says, you don't trust the team missing 5 out of their top 8 rotation players? Weird. I don't, man. And look, let's be real. This season's been weird, man. Even when we're fully healthy, there's nights where I don't know if I trust this team. Because, again, you can lose on any given night, Howard, with all due respect, sir. Oh, God, we get the bots in here. Somebody help. If you're an admin, Lindsay, I got to make you an admin. If you're an admin, please help me with the bots. I'm going to make you an admin, Lindsay. Ad moderator. Who else can we make an moderator here? Chris, you've been in here a lot. I'll make you a moderator. Shot Chucker, I think you already are an ad. No, you're not an admin. I thought I made you an admin. All right, cool. Anyways. All right, let's get to the Instagram questions. Actually, before we get to the Instagram questions, one last question here from actually a great comment here from Sawbucks. You are not a real fan if you don't show off your truck and Bender jersey on display. Sawbucks, you're too much, man. You're a real fan, Sawbucks, because you've been here a long time, bro. You've been watching me for a couple of years now. That's a great comment. All right, before I get to the Instagram questions, I'm trying to keep up with everything here. You know what? Let's take a break from the chat questions and let's get to these Instagram questions here. And I feel like we've kind of covered a lot of this because, again, like, look at some of these comments here. It's kind of what we've already talked about, but I just wanted people spent a moment to send me these questions, so I figured I would get to them. So one question was, who's going to fill Book's shoes and why haven't they traded Crowder? That comes from Real Billy Lawn on Instagram. And my immediate reaction to that was everybody should fill in for Booker, and everyone has to fill in for Booker. Look, I know that we lost to the Raptors just last night or whatever it was, but the bench was actually really good, and they put up numbers in that game. That's what we need each and every single night. You guys remember, like, a few nights ago, was it on the Christmas Day game? Like when Landry Shamet or whatever, like, exploded for 31, the bench had like a whole bunch of threes. That's what we need each and every single night. We're probably not going to get it. So everyone needs to fill in for Booker. There's not like one single player. But if I had to pick a player, and I hate to pick on him here, I burped. It's probably DeAndre Ayton. Suns Orbit on Instagram. He's a great follow. Go follow him on Instagram. He's always uploading Sun stuff. When do you think we will be fully healthy by? Well, if you guys follow some of the Suns media members, let me take a sip of my beer here. I've been following some things, and I have seen that Cam Johnson is kind of revving up a little bit. Let's see. Booker is supposed to be reevaluated late January. So if he can make some kind of a miracle comeback, you would kind of want to say early February, maybe around All-Star break. Keep in mind, you guys, that after all, and this is one thing I love that they've done over the years, because All-Star break only used to be like a couple of days to my knowledge. Or it was like a 3-day weekend, and then they gave you like 2 days off. Now they give you like a week or so off, like 4 days ish. So that's even more time. If everybody can come back for the most part by All-Star, like once All-Star is done, which that's like February 14th, 15th or something, then you have like a 4-day gap. That would be freaking awesome, man. That's my not really expectation. That's what I hope would happen. All right, next question. And remember, these questions are coming from Instagram. So if you got any questions, let me know in the chat. Tweet me or something. Let me just check my Twitter to see if anybody's asked. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, at Suns Geek on YouTube. E-Dog says, who do you think will start with Book out? It's been a Monty Williams last-minute decision since he went out. Like, we've seen Landry Shamet start. We've seen Josh Okogie start. Dario Saric. Like, oh, man. Do you think if we get a power forward like Kuzma, will we send Cam Johnson back to the bench? Probably. Okay. Hypothetically speaking, if for some reason we traded for Kyle Kuzma, which I have some thoughts on, hypothetically speaking, because Cam's coming back from injury and because of Mikal Bridges, you would probably, like, I don't know if you'd want to be starting, let's say Booker's still out. You wouldn't want to be starting Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Kyle Kuzma, and DeAndre Ayton. In theory, that could work. If I were a coach, I would send one of those guys to the bench. And if you just traded for Kyle Kuzma, you wouldn't want to slap him in the face by not starting him, in my opinion. That's all hypothetically, like, in theory speaking. But I just don't know, because isn't Kyle Kuzma on an expiring contract or something? Or there's lots of, like, I was listening to Jake Fisher's podcast recently, or it's more like a live show thing he does. Follow Jake Fisher, by the way. He's great. He pretty much said that he's heard multiple times, and it's out there that Kyle Kuzma wants to get paid. So I don't know if a Kyle Kuzma trade is going to happen. I know that there's people that are smarter than me that can break it all down of how a Kyle Kuzma trade would work, but I don't see it, man. I don't know. You guys let me know. You guys are smarter than me. All right. Let me just double check one last time. I'm literally going to my Instagram. Again, follow me on Instagram, and I'm checking the responses right here. Like, we're scrolling up and down, or we're trying to scroll up and down for these comments. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Suns highlights, will we trade for a better backup power forward and a backup big? I think our center rotation is actually pretty solid, man. I know that Jock Landale's been struggling as of late, although he did have a pretty good game last night. But I think our backup center, big man position, I think we're pretty good with that, man. Although I thought it was kind of weird last night that everyone played but Bismack Biyombo, just saying. So again, that's why I get why people are frustrated with Monty Williams sometimes with his rotations and how he goes about things. All right, last question from Instagram. And this one's easy to answer. Will Park 11 says, could the Suns trade for Trae Young possibly? I assume it's possible, but it's extremely unlikely. I don't see that happening. Oh, Albert says Biz has a sore knee. I didn't know that, to be honest. As much as I follow the Suns, sometimes things go over my head. I didn't know that Biz has a sore knee. Oh, great. So that's another player that's on the injury list. Great. Now we're down 8 players. Do something, James Jones. Sign somebody. Sign somebody to a freaking 10-day contract for all I care. Get another freaking body in here, man. Sorry, I need to take another sip of my beer. I need to calm down a little bit. The Suns talk has got me going crazy. Please forgive me of my sins, Suns fans. Cheers. All right. Let's open the chat up to you guys. We'll probably go live maybe another 30 minutes. You guys down for another 30 minutes? I know the football game is on right now, and I know that you guys got things going on, probably. Let me know what you guys are doing for New Year's. Like, what's going on, guys? You talk to me here. But I got other things I would like to talk about. By the way, if you guys didn't know, we just hit 7,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Howard says we can't sign 10-day contracts till January. Okay, I was speaking hypothetically, man. I just want James Jones to do something, sir. And by the way, January 15th is only 15 days away. So I'm just saying. Anyways, yeah, 7,000 subscribers, excuse me. Guys, this is pretty awesome. In fact, let me just share the image with you so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Add video clip. No, we want to add a picture. Excuse me, I got to burp again. Where's that picture? Here it is. It was weird because I was waiting for the thing to update too. I think the algorithm was kind of tripping for a little bit. But yeah, 7,000 subscribers, guys, pretty amazing. And I truly am thankful for each and every single one of you. Again, just the fact that you guys are watching me right now drink alcohol and ramble about the Phoenix Suns and rant, pretty amazing. And the fact that there is 7,000 people that give a crap and care enough to not only just click the subscribe button, that's easy to do, but the fact that you guys keep watching me, the fact that you guys care about my Phoenix Suns opinions, especially when like breaking news happens. And again, I'm flattered by the fact that like when real breaking Suns news happens, you guys are like checking out my channel and you're wanting to hear what I have to say. And I don't mean to sound greedy, but like the numbers for videos go up every time there's like actual Suns news. That is amazing. Like, guys, I'm just a normal person. Like, I have bills to pay. I have responsibilities and everything. I have a life outside of this, but this Suns Geek channel is like pretty much my number one priority. And it's my full-time job, if you will. I do have another job outside of this, but this is my full-time thing. And even if I'm not like uploading a video daily or going live, like I am pretty much working on this Suns content pretty much 24/7. That's why I've kind of slightly expanded to TikTok. Because if I'm not doing a video, I'm probably doing a Suns Twitter series, which I'll talk about that in a little bit, or I'm like taking notes, or I'm getting thumbnails made, or I'm prepping for the next live stream, live shows, I like to call it. So 7,000 subscribers, you guys. It's amazing. I love you guys. Jackson Harwood, I apologize. Jackson Harwood says, I don't give a F. We need Kuzma without giving up Cam J. No point in giving up one good power forward and being in the same situation we're in exactly. The only thing that sucks, man, is that contracts. You got to pay that money now. I don't even know how the luxury tax works or going over the. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But to answer not really answer your question, to answer anybody's question out there, if I would like Kyle Kuzma on the Phoenix Suns, absolutely. Because first off, he's won an NBA championship. Whether you count the bubble championship as a real title or not, he's won a championship. He's got a ring. Excuse me. And in my opinion, he's sort of a player that can do it all. And I thought he's been pretty good. Like, call me crazy. I think he's borderline all-star-ish. Just saying. Maybe it's because the Wizards aren't very good. But I don't know. Shot Chucker says 7K. Sort of a good question here from Hassan. I hope I said your name correct. Do you think we should sign Boogie Cousins or Melo? Okay. I do like DeMarcus Cousins. I do. I know that a lot of people don't. I know he's out of the league right now. It's funny because he was on somebody's like podcast, and I forgot who the coach was, or some. It might have been no. It was the general manager of the Golden State Warriors. According to DeMarcus Cousins, he said on a podcast that the general manager of the Golden State Warriors, Bob Myers, told him the reason he's not in the league right now, I think it's because of his like mental attitude and just his attitude in general. That's what he claimed. Now I'm paraphrasing what he said, but aside from that, is DeMarcus Cousins a super talented center? Yes. Don't forget, he was an all-star, I think, like a couple times. Sorry, guys, I got to blow my nose real quick. I'm going to put y'all on mute real quick, and I'll get back to my thought. Sorry, guys. But is there a reason that DeMarcus Cousins is not in the league? Yes, it probably is because of his attitude. Maybe he's not, he's probably not a mature veteran. But would I want to sign Carmelo Anthony? Absolutely. And I don't want to take credit for anything because I'm not the first person that thought of Melo being a Phoenix Sun. But I was talking about Melo coming to the Suns like during the preseason, man. Just saying, give me credit where credit's due here. And again, this is what I'm talking about when we were talking about the 10-day contract. I mean, you're not going to give Carmelo Anthony a 10-day contract. You're not going to insult him like that. But I'm just saying, sign somebody. Sign Melo. I don't care if it's okay. Somebody had a great tweet recently, and I put it in my son's Twitter series. I said, or the tweet was like, the tweet said something like, some of these inefficient shot chuckers sure would be good right now. Hell yeah, man. Give me all the inefficient shot chuckers that I can get, because at least they'd be putting up shots and getting to the rim and maybe put some points on the board. Because worst case scenario, you have like 3 out of like 7 games that they're pretty good at, and they put points on the board. I would take a Melo right now. Give me a Carmelo. Give me a freaking, okay, I'm totally tripping right now. Give me a freaking Dion Waiters. I don't care, man. Give me somebody that can put the damn basketball in the hoop. I don't care if they're out of the league. I don't care if they play overseas or in the G League. If they can put the ball in the basket, do it. And I think that that's where James Jones and Monty Williams are a little too what's the word I'm looking for here? They trust their roster a little too much, man. Because think about it. Shaman's out currently. We don't know how long he's going to be out. He can put the ball in the basket. I mean, he had didn't he have like 2 back-to-back 31-point games? And Dwayne Washington Jr. is a hooper. And who am I forgetting? Sometimes Mikal Bridges can score the ball. But like, man, I would take some of these inefficient shot chuckers like Carmelo Anthony, for example. Albert says, try it like we did last year. Play Biz at the 5 and DA at the 4. Yeah. I think there has been some thoughts from DA himself about playing the 4, but DeAndre Ayton can do it, man. Let's see. Jackson says, I need a team of Kuzma, Booker, Paul, Ayton, Cam J, Mikal, Lendell, Lee, Okogie, Carmelo, Payne, Bismack, and Torrey. That'd be a nice rotation, man. Does anyone remember the game when DA and Bismack were good versus the DA and Bismack versus the Bucks, and we lost to the Chris Middleton show? Yep. That's what's tough about this year. Not just this year, like the entire NBA, man, is let's say you stop a Giannis, for example, or let's say, as you mentioned, a DA and Bismack are having a great game. You have to stop all the other guys too, man. Y'all are funny, man. I'm reading your guys' comments. Lakers have no scores or wings and chose not to sign Melo. Facts, Howard. You are speaking facts, man. Dude, the Lakers are such a disaster, man. Did you guys see that comment? I completely forgot what LeBron said. And I'm sure that social media is probably overplaying what he said, but yeah, LeBron clearly isn't happy. And that, I mean, we all should have known that the Lakers were going to be garbage. Look, sorry, I hit my microphone. Sometimes I can forgive an 0-4 record. Like the Sixers started off the season 1-4. And I follow a lot of Sixers creators, like my guy Romp 2.0, who also goes by Sixers Talk with Romp, my guy Philly Take with RB, et cetera, et cetera. They were pissed about their 1-4 start. So my point being here is that the Lakers got off to an 0-4 start, and that should have, we all knew then. We were like, the Lakers are going to suck this year. And even when Anthony Davis was healthy and playing better, they still weren't that good. They were still losing games. Sorry, I was looking at the screen, got distracted. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know, you guys. Should we do one more shot? I don't know. Should I take? I'm not even done with my beer yet, man. Cheers. Maybe we'll do one more shot. I'm kind of saving that for later because I'm gonna probably be up late tonight watching movies. Get your last minute questions in here, you guys. If we get like a really good last minute question, let me know. You guys can ask me anything at this point. I feel like we've kind of covered everything in terms of Suns. Like, sure, there's lots more that I want to talk to you guys about in terms of the Suns, but in short, we're still a really good team when we're fully healthy. And in a way, we're still a really good team now. It's just we're not consistent. We're not consistent with the wins. One game we're really good. One quarter we're really good. And then, or like one half. And then the next half we're not good. And I don't know. I feel like your guess is as good as mine when it comes to the Phoenix Suns. And look, you guys, I know that Suns Twitter can be a very toxic place. And yes, I am guilty sometimes of being part of that toxic, I can't say that word. But truth is that it's still a long season. We need to get fully healthy. And we just need to be consistent, man, because we've seen how good this team can be when they are fully healthy. Excuse me. And then, as I said, you guys, like, the West keeps getting better. Like, I know that there's games being played right now, but let me just pull up the standings. And don't worry, I'm not going to share my screen last time and get a bunch of ads playing like we did last time because that was embarrassing. I ended up clipping all of that if you guys saw my Christmas Day stream. So keep in mind, there's games being played right now, but I don't think it's going to really affect the standings too much. But real quick, we'll just go down the standings just real quick. And I'm just going to read you guys some teams. Let's start with the Western Conference. The Pelicans. How did I forget the Pelicans earlier? Like, they're 23-12, and they've won 5 straight. And I think last night, CJ McCollum had 11 threes made. That is insane, man. Then, like I mentioned, the Nuggets are playing well. They're 8-2 in their last 10. The Grizzlies are really good. The Mavericks have won 6 in a row. What the hell is going on? Oh, I just hit my microphone again. The Kings are good. Light the beam. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Forgive me for saying this. I'm legit rooting for the Sacramento Kings because of this reason. Let's humble ourselves for a minute, Suns fans. We went 10 straight years, a decade, without making the playoffs. The Kings have gone 16 straight years without making the playoffs. I'm rooting for them because, one, I like their roster. Two, Mike Brown is a good coach. The real Kings fans are super passionate. And even though they've been trash for pretty much years now. I think they had a good season like in 2018 or something, but those fans show up every single game. And I love what they're doing with this whole light the beam thing. It's genius. I love it. And they're going to be a hard out. They'll probably get bounced in the first round, but they're a good team, man. Again, we're just looking at the standings in the Western Conference. Clippers are the Clippers are good only if they're fully healthy. But they've lost 2 in a row. They're 6-4 in their last 10. I don't trust the Clippers. They're good. They're probably also going to be a really hard out in the playoffs. But I don't trust them. Then there's the Phoenix Suns, 20-17. And again, we're lucky to have 20 wins. The Blazers, 18-7. I don't even remember the last time Damian Lillard played a game. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. Warriors have been without Steph Curry, to my knowledge, but they've won 4 in a row. They're currently the 9th seed. The Jazz have kind of come back to reality, but they currently have 19 wins. So even though it is possible for the Lakers and yes, even the Thunder to make the play-in tournament, as of right now, like, here's what you're looking at for the play-in tournament. The Blazers, the Warriors, the Jazz, and maybe the Timberwolves. And then I guess I'll throw in the Thunder because the Thunder have 15 wins, Timberwolves have 16, Jazz 19, Warriors 19, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to be insane in the West. And that is my whole point recently that I said earlier in the stream. I was like, the West keeps getting better and the Suns keep falling. Just real quick, I won't spend too much time on this. We'll talk about the Eastern Conference. Celtics are really damn good. The Brooklyn Nets seem to have put all that controversy behind them, and they've won 11 straight games. 11! They've won 11 in a row. Obviously, the Bucks are really good, although they're 4-6 in their last 10. I don't know what's going on there. Cavs are really good. Don't sleep on the Cavs, fans. Don't sleep on the Cavs, Suns fans. I'm telling you. Philly's really good. They're 20-14. The Pacers, I always say this, and I'm serious. If you would have told me that the Pacers would be 20-17 on New Year's Eve, I would have called y'all crazy. They've won 3 in a row. Tyrese Halliburton is playing like I'm not even joking, like a point guard, like a discounted version of Chris Paul. He's arguably the best passer in the league. It seems to be working out with Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Who else do they got over there? They got like Chris Duarte, Ben Mathurin, or whatever his name is. They got a nice team over there, you guys. Yeah, Jalen. Yeah, so Albert just said Jalen Smith's playing well. Although I haven't really heard much about Jalen Smith, to be honest. Maybe it's because he's being overshadowed by everything else the Pacers are doing. Anyways, the Knicks are 5-5 in their last 10, but they had like a nice 6-game win streak earlier. And then I don't really trust the Heat, Hawks, or Bulls. I just don't. Not even the Raptors. But the East is loaded. All right. So we'll get to these last few comments and questions. Let's see. Great question here from Shot Chucker. Oh my God, I don't even know if I can answer this right now. What's your favorite movie you can rewatch and never get tired of? Like, I don't even know. Like, I have my whole Blu-ray and DVD collection over here. God, there's so many, man. The Avengers I can watch over and over again. Same thing with Ultron. Same thing with Endgame and Infinity War. Deadpool. I'm just kind of looking. Like, I'm just glancing. Oh, the Dark Knight trilogy. Any one of them I could watch. I probably have watched every single year, and it will continue to do that. Most of the X-Men films, like I mentioned, Chucky. I can watch any of the Chucky films. any of the seasons and all that anytime. Ooh, duh, how could I forget about this? Check this out, you guys. So my parents and then my friend Cody, shout out to my guy Cody, they got me two different versions of the Batman Steelbook edition. I love Steelbooks, and they got me two different versions, and I'm super thankful, super happy. The Batman. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen this movie maybe 3 times. I saw it when it first came out. I saw it the night it came out, and I was lucky. I don't know what was going on. Like this was this year, you know, and most COVID restrictions have been lifted and all that. I don't know. People just didn't want to go see a movie that night. It was like me and like 2 other people in the theater. It was amazing. And I saw the Batman pretty much in an empty theater. It was incredible. So I saw that movie. That's another movie. And then I saw it like later this year. I love that movie. Oh, just kind of looking over again, like The Breakfast Club. I love that movie. Um, the Spider-Man films. I could go all day. There's so many movies I could rewatch over and over and not get sick of. Um, yeah. All right, let's see. Marv says Crowder and McGee were dogs. That's always needed long term. I do agree with that, man. You do need some fight. You need some players. You need some toughness. You know what I mean? Albert says we were spoiled over 2 years. Aren't used to seeing the team struggling. Exactly. Should the Suns tank for a lotto pick in a deep ass draft since they can't beat 4 to 5 NBA teams? We're not tanking this year, guys. The only scenario that I could see us quote tanking, and I don't even know if I want to speak this. I'll just say this because I don't want to jinx anything. Things would have to go from bad to extremely worse for us to tank. And even then, I don't know if I trust James Jones, who has been a little controversial with scouting and draft picks. I've made videos about it. Even before we got Chris Paul, I made a video talking about the way that James Jones, quote, scouts and his team, his whole team of scouts scout. I don't know if I would trust them to make the best decision in terms of drafting a player because we saw what happened with Jalen Smith and how we completely blew that. I need to make a video about that. I really do. I need to just sit down and do it about how, and it's not even Jalen Smith's fault because Jalen Smith got here before Chris Paul got here, and then we made the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? So it's not Jalen Smith's fault. I don't even know if it's really James Jones's fault. It's probably him and his whole team, but that was just a disaster. So even if we got a really good draft pick for some reason, I don't know if I trust it. Steve Holler says, would the Suns be better off letting the league award the Suns with a number 1 pick to thank them for the Ishbia sale and increasing everybody's franchise by $1 billion? That'd be nice. That's wishful thinking. That'd be nice. All right. So we'll probably end the show in a little bit here. I'm trying to get to everybody's questions before we get out of here, but just joined, says Ricky Juice. Just joined. I don't know if I missed, but what did you think of the Killian Hayes, Mo Wagner, quote, fight? Yeah, it definitely was a scuffle. I called it a discounted version, like a 99-cent store version of the Malice at the Palace. And if you guys think I'm crazy for saying that, you can literally hear the announcer saying, stay in your seats, do not get up, blah, blah, blah. Like it got pretty heated. Somebody responded to me and said, like, I don't think Mo Wagner should have gotten 2 games for that. I totally disagree with that because he started it. He shoved Killian Hayes. Now, should have Killian Hayes ran up and socked him in the back of the head and knocked him out? No, he shouldn't have done that. And he deserves the suspension and all that. I think there should have been more fines and everything. And does that make Killian Hayes look pretty bad? Yeah, Cause like, yeah, you did get shoved and that sucks. But like, it's not, I don't know. Like, you guys remember what Robert Horry did to Steve Nash? Like, yeah, he did fly into the bench and everything, but like, come on, man. Like, maybe give Mo Wagner a push, but that was, I don't know. But again, I don't know. Maybe there was something going on prior to that. Maybe they were exchanging words, but it makes Killian Hayes look worse, although he's been sort of playing better. He at point was like one of the worst players in the league. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, man. But yeah, that was bad. It was pretty bad. I do think that the suspensions were fair. Like the Magic had to literally split their suspensions apart because so many guys got suspended from that. Just saying. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Han Sagan says it's still The Matrix. Yeah, I love The Matrix, man. I don't watch it as much, but yeah, it's an amazing movie. Above the Rim, not gonna lie, never seen Above the Rim. I think I own it though. I think I do have it. Just never seen it. I can rewatch My Cousin Vinny over and over again. I remember seeing that a long, long time ago, but it's been so long. I need to like rewatch it. Did you like Black Adam? I actually haven't seen Black Adam, not gonna lie. Joseph, I sort of answered this question earlier. He says, Suns Geek, what do you think the Suns need to do to get better? Because I'm starting to worry enough with the injuries. It's pretty simple, Joseph. Got to get healthy. Got to be more consistent from game to game. Got to start winning some games first and then worry about the kinks and all that later. That's pretty much my short answer. All right, guys. I think that's it. I think I've done enough. I don't know. I just wanted to go live. Like it's literally the last video, last stream of 2022. I know I've been kind of slacking on the post game lives, but I don't know. Just had to go live one last time. It's 2022. I did upload back-to-back episodes of reacting to Phoenix Suns Twitter. So real quick before we get out of here, I kind of want to I don't really want to like explain myself, but just want to let you guys know. I just randomly started that series on TikTok. Maybe a couple months ago. I mean, we're already on part 31 of that. I just started it up randomly. It was fun. And it got like a lot of hits on TikTok. I was like, oh, I'll just continue this. And then, some episodes did good. Some of them kind of went up and down. And then a few of them have really popped off on TikTok. I mean, we're talking like, I think one episode has like 8,000 views. And then they've even been doing pretty well on YouTube. So I pretty much have, the new series going. We're already 30. I call them episodes, but they're really parts. But 30 episodes in of reacting to Phoenix Suns Twitter. So if you guys would support that series, even like a simple retweet would help. Or just go on TikTok and click like on it, do whatever, or click like on the YouTube short that I upload. I'm really excited about that series. And guys, I'm not going to lie, sometimes I'm pretty lazy when it comes to the Suns Geek stuff, but trust me, I'm doing my best to pump out the best Phoenix Suns content possible for you guys. I'm trying to go live a lot more and do more live shows. And again, you guys already know, if it's breaking Phoenix Suns news, I'm on it. Sometimes I'm the first person on it. Sometimes. I mean, I do have a life. I do have responsibilities outside of this, but you guys know me. If you guys are new to this channel, just know that I've been doing this for years. And I promise 2023 is going to be a great year. I'm praying for success. I'm praying for doors and opportunities to open so that I can continue to do this Phoenix Suns content more for you guys and do it better. So that's pretty much it. I'm really excited for 2023. Football King, says, what are your New Year's resolutions, man? I don't really know if I have one, but I will say this. Like I said, I'm just praying for great mental health and great physical health and great financial health so that I can continue to do these Suns videos for you. Probably eat less sugar because I eat a whole bunch of sugar and it's messing me up. I guess that's one thing. Uh, but again, just be more consistent with the content, pump out more content for you guys, and also give you guys just the best content I can. I'm not saying I'm the best like Suns content creator, whatever. I'm just saying I want to give you the best content I can give you in 2023. That's my resolution to you guys. And that's been the goal since day one, man. Like I started this YouTube channel just for fun. This channel used to not even really be Suns related. It used to just be me filming vlogs. And then that eventually led into me talking about the Suns, doing little post game videos and all that. Um, so yeah, guys, that's it. I think I'm done. My voice is kind of going out. But fun show, you guys. Let me know if you guys want more of these. I've kind of always wanted to do these, and why I don't do them is beyond me. But if you guys have recognized this year, this season, I have been going live more. I mean, heck, at one point during the preseason, I was doing pregame shows. And I have been stepping up the post-game live shows. So stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll go live against the Knicks game on, when's that, Monday? Yeah, Monday. Maybe I'll go live then, because that's a good game to go live for. It's New Year's Day. It's early, So I'll probably be going live for that. So stay tuned, you guys. Let me know if you guys want more of these post-game lives. If you guys are watching afterwards, let me know. Say do more Q&A shows and all that. Let me know. So all right. Last couple questions before we get out of here. Oops. What time is it in Phoenix then? It's almost 3:30 a.m. here, UK time, when the Suns play a lot. It's actually 9:27 p.m. where I'm at. So I want to say it's like 8:27 in Phoenix. Football King says, "You're doing great, man. Gut feeling for you, Kyle Kuzma will be a Sun." Gut feeling, gonna say no, man. I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. But there's like a small part of me that says yes. Steve, I want to answer your question, man, but I'm not a political person like at all. I'm the last person. Literally, I am the last person you want to talk politics with. You'd probably hate me if I gave you my thoughts on all that. But yeah. All right, let's see. Han says, your consistency is winning, bro. Keep it up in 2023, Brandon. Thanks a lot, man. That makes me feel good. I'm going to celebrate that nice comment later, man. Follow me on Instagram tonight, you guys. I'm going to be posting some stuff. And you guys are awesome. Albert says, Happy New Year, champ. Keep up the great content. Well, thank you, Albert. Thanks for kind of going back and forth with me. I appreciate you, man. Steve says, Happy New Year, Suns Geek, a.k.a. Brandon. Thank you, man. Lindsay, Happy New Year's to you. Thank you for all your kindness. Lindsay was nice enough. I don't know if you guys can see it. She sent me those Chucky Funko Pops and that awesome Suns towel and a bunch of other awesome stuff. Hansagon says politics are a meme. Also, you guys, before we get out of here, you guys see that Suns Geek license plate? Yeah, my guy Cody got that for me. That's my homie. He also sent me one of these Batman steelbooks that I showed you earlier. I think it might have been this one that he sent me. And he sent me a couple cool Suns cups. So shout out to him. So I'm out of here, you guys. God bless you all, even if you're not a believer. God bless you guys. Have a safe and happy New Year's. I'm praying for you all. I mean that, you guys. I'm praying for you all. Have a great New Year's. Have a great year in 2023. Be kind to people. Be patient with people. Remember to say your please and thank yous. And you guys are all awesome. So I love you guys. I'm out of here. And we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys in 2023. Stay tuned for more Suns content. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. All the links are down below. It's pretty much just search Suns Geek and you'll find me. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. God bless you guys, and I am out. And happy New Year. Happy 2023. Peace. Go Suns.